Yeah, hi, my name is Dr. Taylor Pronozuk. I am a naturopathic doctor based in Durango, Colorado, and I work with kiddos who struggle with chronic allergies. So I launched my program April, and so since that time, I have enrolled 27 clients and brought in over 65,000 just in that pipeline. So when clients come to me, they have addressed their problem in a variety of ways. Some have gone down the entire conventional route. Some families have gone and worked with their pediatrician, allergists, ENTs, and yet still haven't experienced any relief. The group coaching model has provided so much more access to me as a provider than these families were getting elsewhere. So these moms are able to get feedback on a weekly basis, which sometimes kids need, right? I think their bodies change a little bit more quicker and they respond a little bit faster or respond a little bit different than adults. And so having that weekly access to me has been a game changer for my clients. Prior to signing up for HBA, my practice looked like one-on-one sessions. So I was entirely one-on-one with my in-person patients, and that was exhausting. And I just wasn't getting the success that I wanted on some level in my brick and mortar practice because people just weren't invested. There wasn't just a price point. They weren't as financially invested in what they were doing. And so constantly doing new enrollment or new patient visits was draining. I'm expecting my third kiddo. And so when I found out that news in July, it was a push that I needed to entirely move my practice online because I don't want to work those 12 hours a day when I have a small baby. But the entirely online group coaching model allows me to do that because I can work, 5, 6, 7 hours a week versus my 2 full days in the office. So the resources that I have found most helpful in the program would be the calls, jumping on and listening and listening and listening. So like Yuri's, 3 times a week call, just going, even if you don't have any questions, to go and listen. And then that content just saturates your brain. And you think about it when you don't even realize you're thinking about it. And then you're talking to someone and that just kind of comes out of your mouth and you're like, oh, I didn't even know I retained that. I know there's tons of helpful information there, but for me, it definitely has been in the calls. I truly believe if you can quit your brick and mortar and entirely focus online to do it, I think I would be leaps and bounds ahead of where I am now if when I signed up, just entirely stopped seeing in-person patients and focused on my pipeline. So if you're able to do that, I highly recommend doing that. You're just going to scale so much faster. You're just going to have the time freedom to really focus on building out your program, taking on those enrollment calls, getting on all the coaching calls that you need, and not be limited by the time that you spend in your brick and mortar. It's going to challenge you and have you grow in all of these unique ways that you're just going to be an entirely different person than you were when you started.